We seen a big boulder come bouncing down the hill.
It was making 40, 50-yard skips at a time. I mean, it was scary.
I thought it's gonna go right through the middle of my house.
Wow, understandably scary moments for these Utah homeowners. Not only is the wildfire uncomfortably close to their home, but a giant boulder came crashing down a mountain. The fire burned vegetation. That loosened the dirt, making way for the boulder to tumble down.
Well, it was our biggest wildfire of the season so far. It's the Woodbury Fire. It's burned more than 123,000 acres. That was over in the Superstition Mountains.
And those flames got dangerously close to the Reevis Mountain School. Kim Powell went out there tonight for a tour of the damage.
Several miles into the Superstition wilderness from Roosevelt Lake is a little place called Reevis Mountain School, where a man named Peter Bigfoot has lived off the land since 1980.
It's kind of like being wild and free.
The school is surrounded by dozens of different kinds of trees and a massive garden filled with home remedies.
Comfrey is used for healing wounds, especially broken bones.
But in late June, the whole place had to be abandoned as the Woodbury Fire roared through.
When a fire was coming, we had to evacuate our chickens. And we have 73 chickens to evacuate.
Firefighters dug paths around the property to try to stop the fire, even adding a sprinkler system.
They must have had a mile of fire hose around the place and sprinklers and all that kind of stuff. What a huge job.
But one yurt used as a schoolhouse didn't make it. Fire officials considered it minor damage to a portable unit, but Bigfoot begs to differ.
No, that's not minor damage, unless you're a miner and you did it. It was a multi-use building at one time.
Over the 13 acres at Reevis Mountain School, a lot of it looks like this, where it's just night and day, really showcasing how lucky they are that any of it is still standing. A lot of what was lost were materials and resources.
And a lot of our water lines burned up. That used to be a stack of 8-foot 2x6s, now charcoal. Of course, every time I reflect back on what we lost, I also reflect on what we saved, and that gives me enough joy to get through the whole thing.
Bigfoot has already built Reevis Mountain School from the ground up and is ready to do so again.
But you know, I think it's reusable.
But some things are irreplaceable, at least for a few years.
There's no mention of this thing. A tree, a beautiful, magnificent tree. I love that tree. It was so shady and nice underneath of it, and it's gone. But nobody cares about that. It's just how many structures did you lose?